Hello, welcome to Untold Realms, the city of breath and bone. Please, for the love of God, show that I'm live. Yay! Okay, cool.
I can see it.
I was like, what is happening?
I mean, what's... no.
Your brain just got restarted by Kitty.
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
No, that's fair.
Sorry, I need a second.
Yeah, they really did hit the factory default on the. You know, like when you take a paperclip and you're like restarting your router and you have to like, where's the little
Yeah.
boop, and like hold
Yeah.
it down for a few seconds. That's kind of what they did with like.
Yeah.
I need to keep this more PG. I was about to make that very phallic.
That's what Kitty did to Brian's brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I need your body, I'll fuck it. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, hi, we're here to play D&D. My name is Brian. Will somebody tell me where we finished off last time?
Well, we were traveling with the demon box for Will. And we're going to try to deliver it to Theodore. We also have with us the guy we didn't beat over here in the race, and the guy number 2.
Unimportant NPC number 2.
Important NPC number 1 and 2. But the third one was an emo and stayed in the city or something, playing music. Joining 21 pilots.
Do you think he'll ever get to perform with the other 20 pilots?
Who will know? Who knows? But we traveled, we set up camp, we went Hongshu, me. We had shenanigans happen, and now we're waking up.
Indeed.
Timothy slept like a fucking rock.
This
He
man
is a
needs
rock.
his beauty sleep.
So do I,
So-
and then I get told, "Oh, don't worry, sister, we're sleeping in the fucking mud."
It's good for your
Timothy
skin.
either needs his beauty sleep or sleep with a beauty. Also known as an
Precisely.
80-year-old lady.
He really
When I
does
want to
do
sleep
it.
in a not in the fucking mud. It's a no, Sister Desrin. We need to rest, Sister Desrin. We all can't go on for 3 days without rest, Sister Desrin.
Timothy really would go with the like long ass dress, nightcap that has a little flop on the side and the candle holder.
Hold on, does that mean Nez has to go for the flowy gown with the puffy sleeves?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Do I really have to redraw that meme? Fucking damn it.
I'm a material girl. Anyway.
Look what you guys did to her.
Ethereal girl.
So anyway, everybody give me a Constitution roll, just a flat roll, to see how you slept and who wakes up first.
If I
Highest
fuck
wakes up
myself
first.
with this, I'm gonna scream.
I'm also gonna
Woo!
I'd like to be able to hit that.
put in a long
Jesus
rest.
fuckness.
You got some mighty fine sleep for just being out camping. Like sleep that was good enough that almost made you be like, really? That was as good as my bed? The fucking dirt on the ground in a
Yeah.
tent?
That is
That kind of
absolutely her
Really,
attitude.
all I needed was to not know that Tim was fucking someone.
Yeah, that would be a good way. Just you got some good sleep because there's somebody making noise.
I'm not hearing,
In a
"Oh
room."
yeah," throughout the fucking night. Read me
forget
that
what
ledger more. I need to send myself to the shadow realm.
Don't worry, I'll help.
Thank God.
No
Kitty, we
stinky.
forgive her for. Damn it.
So anyway, Ezra,
Yeah.
you wake up first.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is still kind of tucked away in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And since that last dude was the one who had the last watch, he was the one who was up until dawn.
Okay. Around what time of day is it? Like, is this dawn, or is this like? Am I up at 5:30 or 7?
You're up at like 6. Like the
Okay.
sun is making the stars disappear, but
Okay.
it's still like you can read.
All right. You know what? Then I am going to not leave the little warm circle that the guy made, so we're not sleeping in the snow. But I'm going to go to the edge of it, sit down, and I'm going to do some morning prayers.
You do that.
That's literally it. I'm just gonna go pray to my god while I select my spells for the day.
He's
You,
up
you
alive.
pop a squat. You pull out one of those Ayo Moros. What's up? In a while, fam. I don't know how people.
It's
pray.
a lot more. Okay? It's more of a.
Yeah.
If it is your will that I must die today, may I die in peace. May the souls of the. I don't know. She's just going Ayo.
Yeah. And who got the next highest roll? I think we got 2 9s. Tim, you got a 15.
Yep.
You wake up. You feel fine. You slept fine. Nothing special.
Yeah. He gets up. He starts trying to he starts packing things. The things he doesn't want to reach for exactly just yet. He casts Mage Hand to get it.
Gotcha.
And he slowly starts hoarding up his things, getting it packed away with Grampus. How is Grampus doing, by the way? Is he doing fine?
Fucking donkey. I mean, I could find out for you if you want.
Is that what you named the donkey?
Yes. The dog's
Uh,
name is Grampus.
Give me a.
Oh, sorry, Grumpus.
It would have to be like his stat block to see how he's doing. I guess just roll me a d20.
Alright.
If it's a 1, I'll say he's doing bad.
No, he seems to be doing pretty good.
Yeah, doing fine. Living his donkey life.
Hell yeah. Nothing can stop Grumpus.
So you're just packing up your things? You're all good?
Yeah, he's gonna double check the demon box, see if it's still jumping about or not.
Word. You exit your tent. You can see Sister Ilkan is, doing her morning prayers. And you can see on the other side of not a very big like circle of warmth. It's only like 40 feet across. You could like underhand toss a rock across the whole thing. Just big enough for the convenience. You see him like sitting down, like propped against a tree, arms crossed. The Merc Theovon. And he's, looking towards the chest. Seems like that might have had his attention this morning. And yes, you can see it wiggling around every now and then.
He looks to the box, he looks to Theodon, and gives him a little expression before going back to getting everything ready.
Gotcha. Then, since Flowers is probably sharing a tent with Malin, I'll go with Alice first. Describe what you do.
She's probably packing up her stuff. Alice is packing up her stuff. She's putting it into the cart as well.
Gotcha. So, then the next people be Malin and Flowers. You wake up next. What do?
Flowers will just wait until Malin's woken up and just pet her the entire time. Just
She
soft.
She slowly wakes up, raises her head, looks around. It's morning, isn't it?
Yes. By the sounds of it, the others are awake.
Okay. Takes her head, does a big stretch, big yawn, and then gets up and puts on some day clothes before she walks outside. Good morning. How
Flowers
are you
will
all doing?
pack his shit and go piss in the snow.
Does he
He
write his
didn't
name in
get
the
to
snow?
stand up the entire night.
Does he write his name in the snow?
Uh,
I don't think you can
I don't
write.
think he can write, but let's see if he
Does he do a little smiley face in the snow?
Maybe. What do you want me to roll for that? Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand to pee a smiley face in the snow.
Please get it at 20. Come on.
Come on,
We're
nat
so on
20.
I'm
brand.
rolling.
The fart, the weed, we need it.
Come on.
Absolutely, we do.
Aw.
Aww.
Aw, sad.
It looks like a smiley face, I suppose, but like a bad one.
It's all squiggly lines. You just assume that he was shaky the entire time.
Yeah, he did the
Yeah.
mistake of walking outside of the warm bubble for it.
Oof.
Sad. The P art did not look as good as it could have.
Sad.
Unfortunate.
And then you also see Wayland crawl out of his own little tent. Give a stretch. A little grumpy. Rub his
Good
eyes.
morning.
Morning.
So how are we all doing? Are we ready for the trip back to the... Not Parados, I just keep fucking up on the name.
Leodorus, darling.
Thank you. Are you ready to get back to Pleodorus?
Yes, please. Anything to get out of this dirt.
Yeah, for real.
Camping
I
may
don't
be
know,
for some. It is not for me.
That's fair.
Must
Not
say
for
today
everybody.
I didn't sleep all that well either, even though I don't sleep on dirt per se, but...
No, I guess you don't sleep on dirt. He looks over towards flowers. Like how big he is.
He's very comfortable. I mean, if you looks up at flowers, we might be able to fit a second person. I don't know. Never tried.
I appreciate the offer, but I'll stand.
Fair enough.
He wouldn't take the offer when he wanted a pillow, but he didn't have a pillow before. Just saying.
Oh, a pillow? I mean, her fur puffs up a little bit as she thinks and just, oh no.
Either way, nothing creeping in the dark during your watch. He looks over to Theodan.
Oh, yeah. Everything seems good. And, Sleeping Beauty here is back awake, too. And he points towards the chest that's now wiggling around every now and then.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Right, good to hear that. Racket all the way back.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know
Usually
what is
didn't have to sleep
worse.
through it.
Yep, that too. But I don't know what is worse: hearing that thing, or not hearing it.
Does it really matter if we're going to rid our hands of it? Hopefully today.
Yeah.
I just hope it's to a good person. I mean, Tim, you spoke to the guy that, like,
Theodore.
did he seem like a good guy?
Thinking about it now, like taking all of the things I've heard about him and how he's been acting and such, can I do like a insight to just get my own vibe check? Like,
Yeah, you can do an insight check to get the vibes on this guy.
well,
Just,
it's a 12.
yeah, he just seems like a pretty run-of-the-mill businessman, rich guy. Nothing particularly stood out about him.
Well, he's a dime a dozen. Not too,
Well.
not too greedy, not too unwilling to do business.
Not sure that he's worth only a dime. More like a couple platinum a dozen.
Ah, well. expressions.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on the road whenever you're all ready. And Theovan walks over to like the middle of the campsite and he like pulls up the like dagger little totem thing he stuck in the ground. And you like slowly feel like the cold air kind of like droop in, legs first, and then like up to the top of your head, like a bubble of warm air just like left.
Timothy, make sure to throw the scarf around his neck a few more times before the bubble really leaves.
Nesrid shivers and looks pissed.
Aw.
Just fucking cold.
It's windy.
She is the fox from the Fumpkin Wimbdy meme.
Fucking windy.
You said you
Flowers will just pick up Malin and just put him on his shoulders.
Briar, you said you were praying kind of close to that totem, right? Near the center of the camp?
Sure.
Give me a quick perception check. Or insight check. Take your pick.
Let's see what's better. My insight is 4, but my perception is 4.
Same difference, really.
Can I give myself guidance on this one?
Yeah. No, you can't.
Oh.
It's too sudden. I went by the Baldur's Gate 3 rules and I was like, wait, no. You wouldn't have time to do the Naruto hand symbols to do this.
Wait, I don't think I need. I don't. Wait. Yes, I do. Never mind. I'm fucking stupid. I don't like this. Let's go with perception. If you say it's subtle, then it's probably perception.
Gotcha, DC 10.
Fuck you, 23.
Fuck your DC 10, bud.
Fuck you, not allowing guidance. 23.
You won't
After
allow
you
guidance
kind of-
has good shit.
After you visibly shiver a little bit, you can see that, like, while he's still leaning down, picking up the totem, he, like, glances over at you. For just a moment, you can see he looks a bit confused, like, what's the problem? Like, it kind of has that face look. He kind of has that look written on his face, like, what do you mean? Oh. So he has this, like, side eye of, what? And then, oh.
She kind
And then
of
just goes back to normal.
looks at him, looks at the snow, looks back at him, kind of just tilts her head just a little bit. Now I'm a little curious, because you've been creepy for a while, sir. Now I'm curious. Now I'm getting to the bottom of this. I'm not driving any of the carts, right? It was one of them, and Tim has his.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
it's not a cart that you drive. Mine, that is. You walk alongside.
You have your cart, your guiding, operating, whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you in a fucking cage. I'm gonna put you in a cage. You're gonna rattle the
Cage,
bars. You're gonna
Constitution.
no. No, dog cage. Woof woof woof.
Hot.
Anyway,
Dark cage of increased concentration,
I'm
right?
gonna hang myself. Anyway, I want to sit close to this guy because I'm gonna do something funky.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Keep in mind, they do have their own cart.
Mhm.
It's just kind of. It also has a donkey on it. It's just
Mhm.
empty because they aren't the ones. They didn't make it there first.
I want to be as close to this guy as I can get without seeming weird.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me
Cool.
a performance check.
I'm not performing
Dec-
anything. I just don't want to come off as weird. Like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't want to be like right in his face, going, "Hey, buddy, what you doing? You smell a little funky there." No, I just want to get kind of close to him. Specifically, I want to be within 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Okay, cool. As we're starting to travel, and focus is not on me, I'm gonna cast detect magics, and I want to see what's going on with Buddy over here.
Yeah. So you're just casting it. Let me see here. Sense presence of magic within 30 feet of you. You sense magic in this way. You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature, object in the area that bears magic.
Mhm.
So you can see his dagger clearly has an aura around it.
Mhm.
It seems like he has something in his bag of holding, which also is giving off an aura.
Mhm.
Could just be the bag of holding itself, but it seems a little more intense than a bag of holding would give off.
Okay,
Like
what
he
school?
probably has a few magic items in there. And he himself, he does give off a weird aura. It's strange. But it isn't something like completely unusual.
What school?
What school?
Mhm.
Good question.
You can
I thought
click
we-
on that little link in the spell description, and it'll probably tell you the schools.
I thought we did this last
I'll
time.
say it gives off
If
like
we did, I
his
don't fucking
body
remember.
gives off the illusion school. I forget which one that's called. Also, the link just didn't work for me.
Okay,
Oof.
Rose giving off the illusion school? That I definitely did not know. I am very suspicious right now.
The dagger though is just giving off the I think it's abjugation, the one that has
Oh.
firebolt in it.
Oh,
Destruction.
evocation.
Evocation, yeah.
Evocation, that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm a terrible DM. I haven't memorized all the schools by heart.
How dare you?
Truly,
Just listen to the Joe Cat song.
Yeah.
That's how I memorized them.
Nice.
Okay. I am violently suspicious of this man now. How do I get the other people's attention without calling attention to myself? Wait, I'm a fucking idiot. I have a fucking message spell.
Also, you can demand cat blanket.
Yeah, but she's not one to do that yet. Who should I tell about this? I do also. Did I wait? Did I take Dispel Magic? I don't think I took Dispel Magic. I didn't think I'd need it. Fuck! I didn't take Dispel Magic. Shit. God damn it! Shit lips. Okay. Well. Oops. Fuck.
Eto.
Tim would be the most logical choice, but also I don't want to.
Tim would be the most logical, but I don't want to deal with him.
Yes, correct. Do I tell? It's either Tim or Maylin, honestly.
Fair.
I'm flipping a coin.
Come on.
I'm flipping my Apple AirTag as a coin because I don't know where my actual coins are. Heads is the Apple. Yo, purple. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Go ahead.
All right, Maylin. It's fucking beeping at me now.
You're
All right. I'm going to cast the message cantrip. Let me make sure I drop that in chat. Boom. And I'm going to send a message to Maylin. That man is covered in illusion magic. The fucking blinking one at a time.
She was sort of half napping on Flower's shoulders, so her head perks up. She slow blinks, looks around, looks at Nez, looks over at the man. Back at
Theomon,
Nez.
right? Makeshift?
Yes, Theobon's his name.
Yeah.
Theoban, yes. So looks at Theoban, back at Nezrin, and does a big old stretch. Flowers, I'm not sure if I should go to Nezrin or just straight for it.
He
Do you want to do some unplanned foolery?
Unplanned foolery.
Oh boy.
Always.
All right.
I Wait. Nesret's looking at you, like, she's been staring at Theovon to try and, like, indicate that's who she's talking about. When you don't respond, she kind of, like, slowly turns and looks at you like,
Wait, I can respond?
yeah, you can respond in a whisper, only I can hear.
Well, she doesn't know that.
No, if you don't know it, you don't know it. Oh no.
What?
Unplanned tomfoolery. Hell yeah.
Correct.
And
What have I done,
just
sweet
sort
Jesus?
of
What have I done?
I like where this is
leans
going.
on soldier
Where's she
not
to you,
soldier.
Cloud?
Unfold. Flowers soldier. Flowers shoulder. Thank you.
That's what you were struggling with. I was wondering.
And just alright, so we're going to play a game which is basically going to be imagine I'm one of those armadillos and you need to like chuck me at that guy. Okay.
What?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I didn't expect that.
Truly unplanned foolery.
Half
gonna
of this
play
fucking
bowling.
campaign has just been Malin going, you know what I'm gonna do? The opposite of what everyone thinks I'm about to do. Eats goop.
Yeah.
Listen,
I love this idiotic cat so much.
she's so orange.
Organ.
You did
Oh,
make her
oh,
orange
so-
cat, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I just roll you up and just. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna curl up.
Alright.
Like you're going to take me. Hold out your hand.
Like he holds out his hands in a way that you can also like step down.
Yeah, she will step onto his hand and curl into a little ball like cats do, and hold onto her legs.
He will to a position similar to how you would chuck what the fuck is it called? The big heavy balls that you chuck at the
The shot
Olympics.
put? It's a shot put.
Yeah, shot put.
It's just I'm gonna do it on camera. Just
Hey,
Oh,
buddy,
you've got the
your
cover
cover's
I
on.
I saw the fucking cover on. I'm a clown. Just
Do you do like the turn around wind up thing that they do in shot
Yes.
put too?
yeah.
Oh
God.
She's gonna say a few more words. I'm like, all right. Just pretend that you're trying to get me really, really far ahead, okay?
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny.
I have the sneaking suspicion you haven't planned the landing. Hence unplanned foolery.
She's gonna like pop out like a fucking flying squirrel. Primordial pouch parachute.
I am preparing / casting the spell Dispel Magic. And
flying through the air doing little ninjutsu moves.
I'm gonna chuck her. Do you want me to give you any check athletics?
Yes, give me an athletics check.
Would I
Hey.
notice
DC's
all of
only
this?
5. Yep, you
16.
pass.
Makeshift, please. Would I notice this with a passive 15 perception?
And I hope so.
Give me.
When would he notice this? That's the
Like
important
when?
part.
I'm gonna say-
when would I notice this?
You would notice this as you saw Malin curl into a ball on Flower's hand.
I've got a passive perception of 15, but I also noticed when she's curling up into his hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he doesn't double look, like once when she curls up into a ball, it's like, okay, what are they doing? But then another time when Flowers is lighting up the shop.
Ness is sitting in the cart like, what? The woman is too stunned to speak.
Alice is also doing double takes. It's like the first time it's like, oh, she's curling up into a ball. Maybe his hand's cold, okay? You know. Then what the fuck?
He's fucking Jeff.
Timothy and Alice share the same expression of what the fuck is going on.
What the hap is fucking it?
Sorry, continue.
Alright. Gentle toss. Let's go.
One caveat though, as you're in the air, if you give me a athletics or acrobatics check to make sure you're actually capable of doing this mid-throw.
Alright.
As your body is probably not used to being thrown while it casts spells.
Are you sure? No. Oh, that was so close to net 20. 11.
I'm gonna say... Yeah, I'm gonna say you successfully prepare. You got like half the spell right. You could probably aim it. Maybe. So, I assume at this point in time you've been thrown. You're in the air. You're trying to do the Naruto hand signs to make the spell work.
Sure.
Can you describe to me how you descend upon? You're going for Theovon, right?
Yes. I am, depending on how exactly Flowers threw me, I'm gonna try and, like, I don't want to exactly impact him full, like, mid-body. I do want... I do not plan on hurting the man.
He shot put through you. You got like an arc, like some height. You're descending towards him, and basically, like if he's standing right here, you're like this angle towards him, like coming in.
Can I try and basically land just by his feet and like do a little jump roll? Or not jump roll, but just roll and smack his leg.
Is this a touch spell?
With the dispel magic.
Dispel magic is not touch.
It's not touch?
No, it's not.
I was gonna say you could just aim it.
You can just point to say no spell.
Too bad. Too late.
Too late.
He's
This is
flying.
already funny.
She's already arcing through the air.
She's already going.
She is mid-air when she realizes, oh fuck, I don't need to touch him for this.
Up until now, she's always touched things when she's done dispel magic, so it's like, yeah, I have to do this.
No, she's just gonna play tag. Just boom, you in.
Yeah.
Can I say that halfway through this, Nesrid realizes what's going on and she just head in hands.
You chose me for this.
I have made a mistake. I am now always going with the logical answer.
Oh, no.
This is my punishment.
I might be doing something right. Who knows? I just don't read spells apparently.
Clearly.
But yeah, she's gonna try and do a like duck and roll, tag his leg with dispel magic.
Give me an acrobatics check. Again, DC is 18 for this shenanigans.
Can I guide? No.
I can do guidance.
No.
She is midair.
I can still do guidance.
It's a 6-second casting time. Okay, so you failed that acrobatics check. So, I'm going to describe this. You managed to kind of contort your body now that you're finally planning your landing in such a way where, and by the way, as you're like mid-arc, he like turns a bit and he has this look on his face of like, what the fuck? Like just pure confusion of like, what are you doing up there? And he like
Wow,
steps
that's a weird
little
fucking
bit.
cat outside.
Yeah, literally. He steps like a little bit out of your path, And as you're like rolling past him, you kind of like slip a little bit on the snow and fumble it. You do feel your finger tap something though. And as you regain your stance, what's the first thing you say coming out of that?
Regulate.
Oh,
Lynn is not a real
Accurate.
person. Like,
Oh my god.
Hag, you're it. Okay, so the thing you touched was the dagger that was keeping the camp warm. He notices you like nicked it a little bit, and he's confused. He looks down at his hand. He sees the object he is holding starting to like tremor and shake. Let me see if he gets this acrobatics check.
I am never choosing you for an important mission again.
He got a nat 20.
Okay.
He looks at that, and with cat-like, pun intended, reflexes, he frisbee throws that thing into the woods, and after about 6 seconds, one action's time, from roughly where that dagger landed, you see a big, like, orb of ice, like, rocket forward and, like, flash freeze everything around it. But just in, like, a 30-foot radius. Or, you know,
What
about the size
fuck
of your
did I
campsite.
just do?
Ness is
That's actually
looking
his
at
line.
Malin,
He looks
like,
at you. How far away did you run? Because that thing made a noise. It was loud.
Uh,
I feel like we're all looking at what just happened.
yeah, we
yeah.
are.
Yeah, he's stun locked, but he's also a little annoyed now because you almost killed him, kind of. Almost injured him, I should say. And he goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
I'm in agreement with him. What just happened?
I did not mean for that to happen.
Perhaps we should keep all games inside the cart, right? And she like looks at Malin like, "You better get your fucking ass in here right now. I'm gonna beat you."
I'm sorry. I did not mean for that to happen. I don't know.
You didn't mean to cast dispel magic on my dagger. You know what keeps the camp warm is that it's pulling the cold out of the air. So if you turn it off or break it, it explodes into ice.
Well, I didn't know that. I was.
Like, Timothy has stopped the cart at this point. Like, because, like, the fuck?
I'm sure we can provide proper compensation. Can we please just keep moving? I would like out of this cold.
Yeah. I'll just keep a little bit further back. I hope you don't mind.
I am looking at Malin with murderous intent.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yep.
Upper yip.
She is going to slink back over to Nezrin and climb into the cart.
I will lean a little closer to her ear and just go, "You do realize you could have responded to that, right?"
No.
She just kind of purses her lips a bit, puts a hand on your head.
Should I go to you next time before I do a plan?
Yes,
Okay.
this is the second time something that stupid has happened. Just if we come across any mushrooms, don't eat them.
I'm not that stupid.
She gives you a look like,
Timothy will do the dad lean over, arm over the like backrest and look at you, like young lady.
Don't you look at me as well?
We're having a private conversation, Mr. McNeely's. Is there something you'd like to mention?
She's right on point. You did eat that mushroom and that goop.
She hasn't. All right.
I
And he
know
turns back
which
around.
mushrooms do what. I. The goop, yes. That was fair enough. Fair enough.
I will give you little head scritches behind your ears while I send a message to Timothy this time. Never trusting the AirTag flip again. Thea Von is covered in illusion magic. I didn't realize she would actually try to do something about it.
So that's why there's now a ice bomb in the forest.
Again, not my fault. And I will say that out loud, but not, like, loud enough for others to hear.
Well, he keeps his like. You said he backed off a bit as well with his own cart.
Makeshift.
Right, makeshift.
Yeah, he's giving you guys like an extra 20 feet of room.
Yeah, right. So him overhearing us is like we need to yell something, right?
Yeah, you need to be kind of loud to be overheard naturally.
Yeah. Then he'll just lean back a little bit on the rest and sort of just talk to her in a low voice. Well, you'd be surprised how many people at galas or balls usually have some form of illusion magic on them.
Are you often at galas or balls in the middle of a snowy woods?
No, but a lot of items tend to give off favorable depictions. He might have a really bad scar or something. Like,
Covering a scar wouldn't cover the entire body in illusion magic.
remind me, like, what kind of clothes is he wearing?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Just looks like adventure garb. Like he's just a typical merc clothing. Maybe like a little nicer. Like he's been in the field a while, can afford the good leather, but
Yeah, that
really
wouldn't
stands out.
explain illusion magic. Well, it's odd. I'll give you that.
I don't like the idea of being followed by someone lying to me.
You'd be surprised how many people that is.
She kind of like looks at you, narrows her eyes a bit. Given what we are up against, it is not a safe bet.
He nods.
So the reason that we almost just got injured is
Hello.
because you guys detected his illusion magic.
I did. When I was done praying and he pulled the dagger up out of the campsite, he looked confused as to why I shivered. We are standing in a forest full of snow and dead trees. I'm sure everyone here is smart enough to figure out why someone would shiver in that kind of weather. He was confused. So I checked. His entire body is covered in illusion magic. And she kind of like glances over at him out of the corner of her eye. Suspicious, given who we're up against.
You see Waylon kind of like do this like motion where he's like not quite sure how to respond. Okay, yeah, I get it. We're up against kind of strong forces now, but I've worked with this guy in the past. He knows how to make illusions. I never really like checked to see what it looked like through detect magic. But I don't know. It's not too abnormal for him to have that kind of magic.
All over his body.
Again, I never checked. Guy was good at what he did. I didn't ask questions.
his obsession with the chest, the illusion magic all over his body, something just doesn't seem right. Forgive me for being suspicious.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some sort of fake creature?
Wouldn't you
I
have
mean-
noticed then?
I'm not sure. It's just his. I think it was his brother that I met while we were still like going to sleep at the inn, and he was outside and sort of like playing a weird instrument, and he said something about going to the Feywild or having been to the Feywild. Maybe I'm not very sure, but it's
His brother.
that one. Yeah,
I
does he
remember
not
him
have a
mentioning a
brother?
brother.
No die.
Maybe they just saw me cough on camera. That's why they said that. Maybe it could be like a cousin of his, younger cousin, nephew. But I don't know.
I mean, did he never?
Guess he never really talked about his family life.
I mean, I don't know. He, the guy, his brother or whatever he is, he said that, or he told me like a story about two brothers that never really fit in anywhere, like neither in the Feywild nor in the human world. So I don't know if he's maybe something else. Maybe he's like an elemental or something. I don't know. They're sort of more like Fae, but also not very human, right?
An elemental.
I
I
mean,
kind
I
of
don't
doubt
know.
it.
That's just an example.
Look, let's just no more dispelling magic without, you know, asking the group, I guess.
I'll come to you guys when there's. I have a plan. Yes. So
I
do
will.
we just?
Let's just get back to the city for now. If I really have that big of a problem with it, I'll confront him myself.
Sorry, I didn't.
Just inform me next time before you go
I will.
launching through the air. Although I do have to admit that was an excellent flow. Ec- English. Excellent throw, Flowers.
We practiced a lot.
I can tell.
Why would you need to practice that specifically?
Don't you want to fly, Timothy?
No. It's not about flying. Extreme tag.
Extreme tag.
Sounds asinine.
It sounds like fun. It's a thing
It is.
that a lot of people
Very fun.
have.
Oh, I do. Every night.
It
I
differs
know,
type
I
of
heard.
fun.
Bastard.
Extreme tag. How? I know of tag, but extreme. That's
Yes. So basically, so you have sometimes you have like teams. It really depends on like who you're playing with, but most of the time, Flowers and I are a team because we are a team. And then we can also like use our powers. So like I have if depending on who we play with, I can like turn into like a really big fast cat, and then I go new, and then I tap them, and then I run away again. Very fun.
does sound fun.
Yeah.
It
Maybe,
is.
maybe with one of our downtimes, we should find some people so we could actually, do that. 'Cause that sounds
That
like
would
fun.
be really fun.
You know, I thought you had just like made up the extreme part on the spot. That does actually
no.
sound really cool.
Yeah.
Well, we all need some kind of ice, don't we?
Some
Huh?
kind of ice?
Vice.
Kinda.
But
Oh,
Tim, the
Some
word.
like alcohol, some like extreme sport.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
yeah. I mean,
you consider
sure.
having fun a vice, Tim?
No, I said extreme sport.
I mean,
Not
it's
fun.
not really that extreme. It's not like anyone's getting hurt. At least most of the time.
He mentally looks at the ice bomb that was detonated in his mind again.
And Malin just goes on like, yeah, this one time, Flowers almost. I mean, he did chuck me just into a tree. That sort of that hurt a bit, but it's fine.
He like plays it out in his head, just ka-dunk, and then the nosebleed afterwards, and the loss of IQ that came with it.
You reminded me of like when I was fighting with my brothers. The training. It was training. One of my brothers, he's actually the one who taught me to use an X. Let's just say I may have didn't no, I underestimated my own horse hooves feet power. His face went into the ground pretty fast.
Yes, it's so fun just going all out for like not a bad reason. Just instead of fighting, it's just I'm gonna tap you and then it's done. You know?
Yeah, that does
Yeah.
sound fun. I also see how that was your go-to to cover whatever you were doing.
I mean, yeah, I might have to ask Ness because the spell it seems very uh impractical having to tap something to dispel it, but
Can I roll a Narcotic check on the spell magic makeshift?
Yeah.
You're
DC is only
okay.
like 8.
Well, don't say that. Oh, well, never mind.
nice.
15. Do I know that the spell magic can be done at a distance?
Yes.
He like he thinks about it for a few seconds, nods to himself, and then like does turn around again. You do know the spell magic works at a distance, right?
Her eyebrows go up. She does the little head tilt. Huh?
He nods. Yeah, you don't. It's not a touch thing.
So I
It's a
mean to say I could have just looked at him, done little magic hands, and
yep. But
For future.
It was fun though.
it was very fun. I just feel a bit stupid and a bit bad for like ruining his dagger.
I don't think the trees would agree with you about that being fine.
That's what I said. Why I said that it feel bad for like ruining dagger, but the trees should be fine. They've probably had worse weather.
They definitely haven't.
That Malin. That
I mean, for next.
ice. Yeah, they've probably had bad weather, but I don't think a full-on ice attack is what they had.
Well, I don't know. Ice isn't really my specialty. Is it?
Well, I can tell you this much. Having grown up on a farm and everything, things freezing slowly over time tends to be fine when it comes to trees and such. Them being flash frozen is a lot worse.
I mean, yeah. I guess, yes, of course.
Really, any rapid change of temperature for any sort of plant life is bad.
Maybe that's why that one tomato died.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
tomatoes aren't well known for being enduring.
Oh no, they're bitches. Absolutely, they're just.
Now, potatoes, however, you can throw that on a rock and leave it there, and it will find the dirt no matter what.
Oh, wait. Potatoes are great. Yes.
I didn't know potatoes had thoughts.
Well,
Oh,
it's less just
have,
that they're hard to kill, really. It's like dandelions.
have you never spoken to a plant?
No.
Spoken
Well, I mean, I haven't
to a
either.
plant?
Yes.
You know, farming.
Mm. I mean, you can speak to a plant, but like with the right magic, the plant can speak back.
Nathan, the only type of talking to a plant I've done is thanking a tree for its wood later.
You know,
It's not.
I wouldn't be surprised if a plant could talk back, especially with magic. However, I really do not want to know what a potato's thinking about.
It's mostly just dirt. Give me dirt.
Yeah,
Where's the fucking
soil?
I don't talk to plants, but I know that's what a potato was thinking.
Are you all drunk?
No.
Okay.
No.
We're just having
As
fun
Surprisingly, no. I
conversations
wish I
about.
was though.
I grew
Me
up on
too.
a
Have you ever
farm, so
seen a potato that's not in soil, left for years?
No.
It
Kind
looks
of fucking
very weird.
demonic.
Timothy will cast minor illusion, like he's plucking a potato from the from the floor of the wagon, just and shows a potato just roots like spreading out of it. Like, where's the soil? Eldritch
my.
abomination.
We
This is what
always ate our potatoes quite quickly, so that is interesting. Why would you let it get like that?
we wouldn't let it get this way. This is just what happens if you leave a potato on a solid surface with no real dirt nearby. But and he modifies the minor illusion and makes it just like these white small little protrusions, not like a couple of millimeters, like 5 millimeters
Yeah,
out.
yeah. The
You
normal
probably see a potato.
protrusions.
Yeah, and he holds that up like you might have seen something more akin to this.
Yes, I have. That's a normal potato to me.
Yeah, and this little protrusion here is the root, trying to find
Right.
soil.
It just that minute. All right. Well, how much longer till we're in the city?
Well, mixture.
Just about 2 more hours.
May I request something other than potato talk for the next 2 hours?
Do you want to hear more about the farm life?
I
About
know
mushrooms.
a lot about farm life. We grew a lot of our own food in the previous church.
Mm.
Mm.
What about animal husbandry then?
A lot of that as well. Had a lot of goats, several sheep, many chickens.
Any geese?
She like looks at him, and you can see like just a little bit of fear. Yes, we had geese.
Wonderful
Wait.
protectors.
Bastards of a bird. Terrible
yes.
things.
You don't like geese?
She kind of like looks a little. They used to chase me and find it funny.
Ah.
I'm not sure if it was the feathers or if it was just the fact that I looked like a fun chew toy. They were worse than dogs.
Yeah, you'll find that geese are right bastards when they want to, but they are very good at protecting their flock. That's why you usually keep geese and chickens together.
Yes. He had geese.
Dad used to just cook them up.
I suggested it several times. There was one time when one of the geese decided that I was too close to her nest. I never really cared to look, and decided to chase me 3 times around the abbey, and only stopped when Sia came out to stop them. Hey. But
Yeah.
she chuckles a little bit and then just like stops. a little sad.
Yeah. Cows can also be very ornery.
The cows
Ornery.
were the sweetest things, like large
Wow.
puppies.
Well, when they're happy, sure.
I guess
Some
we
of them
just
can
kept
be
us
real
happy.
mean. Well, some of them can be real mean.
I mean, if you keep anything happy, it'll not likely be that annoying. Uh, is that the word I'm actually looking for?
Hostile.
Yes.
I appreciate
Anything.
your optimism, but I think you're just looking for the difference between a domestic and a tamed animal. Tamed just means it's used to being around sentient species that can
I
have
mean,
pets.
I would.
Domesticated means it's a pet. Don't ever forget that difference.
Yeah. The
Tamed is
difference
still a
between
wild animal,
having a wolf and a dog.
basically.
The difference between having a wolf and a dog is loyalty. A wolf will still cuddle with you. And just.
Oh, yeah, sure. But when you die, the wolf is going to eat you. But the dog will stay with you for as long as possible.
I don't think you've seen what happens when a dog has been deprived of food for too long.
Oh yes, it's
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
matter of time. A dog will wait for longer.
I'm glad we changed the subject from potatoes.
Is there something else you'd like to talk about, Wayland?
Okay, good point.
How about this? When we get back to the city, it shouldn't. What time? Makeshift. When we get back to the city, about what time will it be?
It'll be about like 10 a.m.
Oh, not bad. I still think we should have gone a little bit further into the night, but no, Sister Nisrin. Um, it will be around mid-morning by the time we reach the city. Is there anything else anybody needs to do today besides dropping off that thing?
I mean,
Don't think so. We can check in on the mansion, but I don't think there's going to be much progress.
No,
Yeah, maybe just
especially
one
in
more
colder
run.
weather.
probably not. But getting an estimate for when everything is finished would actually be nice, so I can start to figure out when we're actually having this ball.
Oh, right.
Mm.
Sort of the entire reason why we're out here right now.
I know. Why did we agree to that again?
Well, we want to make a mark on the local politics. The best way to do that is to introduce ourselves by holding a ball so we can socialize with anyone who is in the political sphere. Also, to honor my promise to have King of the Feywild as our guest of honor.
Nezra just continually starts making an even worse stink face with like every accurate point.
And well, something I also need to work on a bit is day shift.
Yes.
We have not had a time skip yet.
No.
No. Okay. Never mind. Then
No, we did.
and yeah, I'm good. I'm just like it's
No,
like
we did have one. It was only by like a week or two. But we did have
Oh, yeah,
one.
for traveling to like the Azure Moon Academy or something.
Well, but there was also one where Tim was able to like get a mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to work out. Like, have we done that already? Or
Yeah, we have.
all right.
Yeah.
Then
Briar
Okay.
coming in quick to save all your asses.
yeah, precisely. And then there's also the fact that there's still some things that I need to do with the mine and such. Actually, make it turn a profit.
Yeah. I'm surprised you tried investing in that dusty old thing.
Well, that's the thing. What they were mining for is not what I'm after. So, while they are spreading out trying to find the rare metals that they were looking for, they were missing things that I'm specifically looking for that I can turn a profit on.
Huh.
It's not just metals that hides inside of the mountains. It is also quite literally stone.
Rock and stone.
The stone, brother.
We're rich.
Okay.
And if what I've read and searched, there should be a particular type of stone inside of the mountain that I'm looking for. It's the density of it and such makes it a pretty good building block.
Huh. Well,
Nessa
interesting.
just gives you like a thumbs up, like, sure,
Okay.
totally understand everything that was just said. Miles.
It's not all gemstones, you know.
Okay. I'll be real honest, mining and business matters are not usually my forte.
Good thing it's mine.
Speaking of the king of the Feywild,
Hmm.
at the party, don't let him talk to me. I'm not gonna be able to lie to his face.
Well,
You can-
that's the beauty of a big party. In a big party, you'll have privacy.
That's good. That's very good.
It's the small parties. It's it's the small parties where it's all public.
Are we really certain I should be attending this?
Yes.
Yeah, we do kind of need you.
Yes.
She just gestures to the scarring on her face, like,
Well,
You will
listen.
look fine.
it's. I don't care about how I look, it's how people react to how I look.
Well, people
Hey.
can go screw themselves.
You got the veil, and what's important is your title. Look at everybody around you right now. We got me, the street rat. We have that one who almost caused an explosion.
did.
Not to offend you, but most people are still kind of biased towards the fey creatures. Unless you count Alice here. She has kind of a regal look, but Alice, how are your public speaking skills?
You just visibly see her slightly shake.
Don't feel bad about it. It's a skill you gotta acquire.
I
Which
don't
means
need to speak in front of public. I just need my axe and to do as I'm fucking told. Simple as that. She swore that swear was actually in Sylvan, so I just want to quickly say that.
Yep. And then we got Flowers, who's more of a baker than a politician, let's say. No offense, Flowers. Which means
Am I at least a pretty bake?
Does Flowers get to wear the apron that says "Kiss the Chef"?
new project of Ness. I'm gonna make him a fucking apron that says "Kiss the Baker."
nice.
It's gonna be small. It's only gonna cover like his nips, but it's gonna be great.
It's got at the very least, the top part is small, but it covers everything down below at the very least.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
He continues and I'm picturing it now. I can't get it out of my head.
You're welcome.
So he continues and goes, which means you and Tim are the only two people who are the face of our group right now. And needless to say, having a member of the Church of Death is a little bit better than, no offense, Tim, a sleazy businessman.
Hang on. I want to see if Ness can hold back laughter.
I have to do the same
Ooh.
thing.
Again,
This is
no
like-
offense, Tim, can't keep it in his pants.
See, I take offense to this sleazy businessman.
She's good.
I'm okay with the other
Chuckles.
comments.
She chuckles a little bit, but is like manages to not burst out laughing. You are
Word?
correct, but
Is sleazy business too?
As I said, I take offense to that statement. But
every
No.
interaction I've seen you have in your business world has not been sleazy, so I'll side with him on this one.
thank you.
Fair enough.
Don't get used to it.
Yeah.
I won't try to.
Until I get a full night's sleep without moaning, don't get used to it.
Well,
I do not say that.
But remember what I said about people at galas tend to have some form of illusion magic on them always. It's not too difficult to get one crafted for you, if you wish.
It won't work.
It won't.
I've tried. Doesn't work. Part
May I
of
try?
the. You're welcome to give it a shot.
He'll like he like looked to the horses and looked to the road if it's like decent for them to just go on their own. I need to double check. I don't think I can bardic inspiration myself. Nope. Other than yourself. All right. Then he's just going to look around. He's going to look at her, take in her face, and try to construct like a good opposite. He does the motions and casts minor illusion. Do not place. There we go. Right, that's what I forgot to bring up.
Excuse me.
I'm awaiting somebody.
Use-
There we go.
Use my illusion where?
On Ilkhan's face to like cover up the scar side and make it more, hey, look, normal skin.
Oh, so you're trying to use minor illusion to like give them a quick makeup touch up?
Uh, less that and more just like if her face looked normal, what would it look like? Like that's what he's constructing in his head and just paste.
Gotcha. So as you make the attempt, you feel the magic work properly, and it all feels like it went well. Like you've done something similar before to be like, hey, how would you look in this outfit? And like, bing, like something like change how they look. You try it, but like you see the cleaner image that you pictured, like kind of fuzzy, try to settle onto her form, and then just fizzles away.
That's new.
Let the world look upon you and know of your failure. Powerful creatures, seraphims.
Nesrin, I don't think you should have to hide that.
I appreciate the sentiment. Unfortunately, I don't think there is much you can do to change the thought of higher society.
I'm not disagreeing on that part. That you can't control that, but you can control how you feel about it.
They are marks of my failure.
You know, we could always do a masked gala.
Briar's inner head is twisting happily. A masked gala.
Yep, it's not too uncommon. It's meant to be an invitation for a game of sorts. You're meant to, during the night's duration, figure out who is behind the mask. Now, as the host and as the guest of honor, we sort of have to introduce ourselves. Can't be a gracious host if you don't greet your guests. Can't be the guest of honor if no one knows who the guest of honor is. So, at the very least, me and Timothy got his name right, Elderic.
Nope.
What?
No,
No one
you did
knows
not
his
get-
name.
Right.
the
No, not,
Oh,
Fey
not
wait.
even
King
at
never
the
once said his name.
not even
Hang
at
on,
the
hang on.
Assume Academy.
So the Fey King, the one that you know, he never said his name so far. He always goes by the title of the King of the Feywild.
Okay.
However, Henrik did say, "You guys know Elric?"
Right.
Mm,
Elric.
right.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Elric was the dragon.
No,
I heard.
Elric is Elric.
Elderic.
Alderic.
Yeah.
Al.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
Whatever.
Elric.
a lot of
And-
Ricks.
You
Lot
guys
of
make
Ricks at this
too
house.
many similar sounding names.
Hey, blame him. I don't have any part of
Yeah,
this.
point
Big
at
shift.
him. Point at this man.
Point.
Damn.
Get ousted. uh, yeah, Timothy will say, so at least me and King of the Feywild, Elric, will be unmasked.
Does Malin do that? Does Malin do the little handshake?
Yeah, she like as Tim actively calls him Elric, she will like shake her hand and be like, "Are you sure about that?"
Alice is
Hey.
also giving a look of,
Hey, look,
'Cause-
I can only go on what I know.
And with all due respect, Tim, the Fey King never once said his name.
No.
He's
But-
always been introduced as the Fey King, so probably best to just stick with that when it
Oh,
comes to
I'm not gonna-
introducing him.
I'm well aware.
E-
Do you think I don't know social norms?
I genuinely
I
think
mean,
you know
I'm
them
sure
better than
it's-
most people. Until it comes to seducing a 70-year-old woman.
Then I know them the best.
As I was gonna say, yes, you know very well in the human world. The Feywild is different.
He like bows around and says, "And where do you think we are?"
Just don't get your name
Normal.
stolen, Mr. Magnelius.
Yes, that was one of the things I was gonna say is the name stealing. Also, he is the Fey King. So
Quotation marks
and
from
you can tell
Timothy.
she's like very hesitant like in her words right now because she is like piecing together things from her being what she was told when she was younger. It'd probably be best to just continue to call him as he has introduced himself and not go by what somebody else has named him.
That was always the plan.
Okay.
But this is a game of politics. And knowledge is power. More so now than ever. So if his name is Elric, that's a piece of the puzzle. That's a piece of power we have now. Even if it is just a name we can call him, other people might call him that as well. People who aren't here, but elsewhere.
I mean, do you think if we call him Elric at the gala,
I will not do
that
that, but
I mean, yes, but do you think he would like accept it? Because think Henry,
The
no,
Derby?
Henrik said that he goes by Joseph sometimes, right? So maybe we could call him that. See if he reacts.
I think
I think
I
we should
think
have waited
either
as
way-
as possible.
we shouldn't reveal what we know.
Well, then I'm just going to slink away every time I see him, because I'm not going to be able to look that man
Well,
in the face.
Well, he'll
Well,
be
then if you-
unmasked, so it'll be easy.
If you need to, Malin, you can probably stay with flowers pretty well and just, So we're gonna handle flowers here.
The worst case, I just turn into a rat and scurry away.
Please don't. Please don't turn
Please
into
don't
a
turn
rat.
into a
That will
rat.
reflect badly on us.
House cat?
Yes, that's better.
Can you mimic a hyena? Maybe you can pass yourself off as Dorian's cousin.
I
Please.
could just walk beside Dorian and we could be like best buddies. Oh, that would be so cool.
Nesrin, I would please make the request that you keep Dorian out of the party's eyes.
But I thought you liked my dog, Mr. Magnerius.
Oh,
Aren't dogs
No.
encouraged at parties?
No, actually. Not in the ball gala room.
Darn,
Mm,
sounds boring. I want dogs at the party.
grinding my teeth.
Socialite, perhaps you are not.
I'm a cleric! I'm not a socialite. I just like nicer things. Like not camping in dirt and silk.
those are certainly nice things. Two of the nice things that I'd ever known. Yes.
I often find spice being a underestimated luxury.
Bye.
Spice.
Spices.
Wee.
Peppers. Roots. Other things you put in food to make it taste better. You are correct. It is quite underrated.
As long as it's not overpowering and the taste tongue has gone numb, that should be fine.
Yes, I remember quite fondly when you tasted chili for the first time.
You just hear a shiver out of remember like, ha. Never again. Never again.
A completely understandable reaction. I had the same one when I tasted chili for the first time.
Well, I have literally nothing else to say.
Yeah.
I was funny enough. I was just about to say. I lost my train of thought.
We approached
We reached the city, Square Man.
Yeah, I was about to voice it, but I was like, no, I'll just say, and you arrive at the city.
Which would be a very good time for a break.
Correct.
Yes, please. My
All
pleasure.
right, let us
Yes,
go
eh?
to break. It's time for piss. Piss, 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 piss. Right, and we are back with more Dungeons and Dragons. Makeshift, take it away.
Nice. All right. I usually just like listen to the stream for a moment to make sure we're all unmuted. Yeah, there we are. Nice. All right. So you arrive back in Pleodorus. You see the nice gates. Well, not. You see the entryway arc of one of the main entrances, and you roll up to Pleodorus. Anything you do right as you get there, or am I cool to just like fast travel you guys right to the entrance?
I will
Fast
just
travel us.
I will just say I am staying with the group. I am just following
Staying with the
them,
group.
being their heal bot.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I'm good with.
yeah.
As you pull up to your mansion, and like Theovon is still in tow, he kind of cautiously calls over to you, not from like far away, but like, you know, remembering today's events kind of distance,
Yeah.
and goes, just be quick in there if you can. I kind of want to go pick up my payment.
Yeah, won't take longer than 2 minutes. And Timothy unmounts the wagon and heads inside for a quick just update of a guesstimate of when things will be done, because if I asked, I don't remember. So just in ask the rat, hey, when do you think it's gonna be done? Ish.
Whoa. He's a hamster, from what I recall.
Yes, of course. Let me quickly ask the rodent hamster.
I
The
completely
rotund
forget
hamster.
I forget his name because it's way up in my notes, but so don't ask him. So what do you ask
Hey,
him?
Foreman.
So one
yeah,
more time, what did you ask him?
just a guesstimate on how long it could be until everything's finished.
Oh, good to see you again. Well, and he like takes out this scroll. It's like his real tiny body means he can't like unravel the full length of it. He has to like keep parsing through little chunks of it.
Like a...
This is just an inventory list, by the way.
And he's like really scratching his chin for a minute.
It's kind of hard to say. These older buildings, they have a lot of odds and ends inside of them, so refurbishing them takes lots of little details we don't expect.
yeah.
If you're wondering when it's going to be done, that's going to be in months.
Right. Is it half a year, 8 months, like?
Earliest is 3 months, latest is probably 4.5.
Okay.
We're pretty
let's-
experienced, but these older buildings are still a bit of a tricky thing to get right.
All right. Well, let's round up to 5, just in case anything complications arises.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you. And he departs. 5 months until. What the fuck was this place called again? Emerald something. Emerald.
Opal
Opal
estate.
Estate.
Opal Estate.
Yep, that's the state you guys bought.
It is finished. Alright. Okie dokie. Yep, and with that, Timothy's happy and willing to head over to Theodore and get this shit delivered.
Nice. So, you head over to Theodore's place. Very nice looking estate. Not quite the same type of property as the Opal estate. It's closer to the other buildings. But it does still have a smaller courtyard, kept in like a French lawn style. Pretty standard looking, nothing too out of the ordinary, at least as far as estates go.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk up, there's a big lion face knocker on the door.
Well,
give it 3 good old clunks, and you wait
Hell
a
yeah.
moment. And eventually, you see like a little metal like slider open up. You see some eyes peer through. Who is it?
It's Sir Magnelius. I'm in need of audience with Theodore. I'm come delivering our end of the bargain.
You see like the eyes kind of like look around behind you and go, "Oh yes, the shipment. Just a moment." And after a few minutes of waiting, you hear the door like thunk open again, and like it's pulled open with a creak. And you see Theodore standing there, ready to greet you. Ah, Mr.
Theodore.
Magnelius.
Mr. Theodore. We have
Good.
your... He looks at the box. Is it still shaking?
Oh, it's still shaking.
he turns and looks at it, and then he turns and looks back at Theodore. Your box.
Oh yes, come inside. I'd be glad to explain what it is.
Please do. We've been scratching our head as to what in between heaven and earth it could be.
And he like raises up a hand and like snaps twice quickly for his butlers and like gestures them forward. And like 2 other butlers walk outside swiftly to like go collect the chest. And they
And
carry it in behind you.
Can we also like join to hear what the fuck that is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's invited in.
I
Okay.
assumed you guys were right behind me, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Hell yeah. We join him.
We join.
Nice. And so, you all enter into the Emerald Estate. Very nice interior, very cozy, very stark contrast from the chilly air right outside. You feel like right as you walk in, immediately you're in like cozy room temperature air. Like there wasn't even like a windy draft coming from the door, almost like it might be enchanted.
Actually, can I look at the door and see if I can see any obvious, like, enchanting enchanting table language?
Enchanting table language.
Yeah, runes.
You do immediately see some runes etched into the edge of the door. You can tell it's just meant to disguise it and look like it's part of the door.
Hmm.
But you can clearly see like the deviations and how it's written to like actually write out runes.
Okay, okay. He'll keep that in mind. Maybe in a later edition. So, what have you sent us for? What is this thing? Why is it shaking? Why does it feel like demons? Like he just looks at it, like sort of scratching his head.
Not demons. Demon. One inside that box.
Ness is not happy. Ness is not happy.
Why-
She is now looking at that chest and is like, oh, I want to...
Why do you have a demon?
Don't
I'm-
worry, it's not like I have a grand demon inside of a box. It's just a big one. It's actually becoming rather popular.
If you had a grand demon inside of a box, I would be more disappointed in the grand demon for getting stuck inside of the box.
As you should be. That would be a very impressive box, though.
It is.
What are you planning to? Why do other people have it?
Indeed. It's actually becoming rather popular to keep these around. You see, the demon that's inside of that box is a rather specific type. I have no idea how to pronounce the name of it, but they're aggressive for a short period of time, and then they get banished back to wherever they come from. Very simple. You're meant to keep them alongside your treasure, and if somebody steals it in the night, they open it, they probably get attacked, and then the demon disappears.
How
it's a
legal is
guard
this,
dog.
sir?
Oh,
Well,
can I figure that shit out on the spot?
yeah, give me a, I guess, would it be history check?
Yeah, I was gonna say like history maybe.
Yeah, give me a history check to see if this is legal.
Or like history or investigation. Like it's the same to me, but I feel like there's a difference.
I'll let you choose if you can justify the investigation, like you've read books recently or something.
Okay, so the way I would justify investigation is being a tradesman, you need to keep track of certain laws, but to make full use of services and goods and knowing what is good to buy and sell and what is not good to buy and sell, you sort of need to investigate a little bit outside of the explicitly stated good traits, bad traits, good goods, bad goods. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you use that.
don't fuck me over now that I justified you. Okay, 15.
You do know that as long as the box is shut and chained, like as long as it is by definition sealed, it isn't illegal, but it is illegal for him to open the box himself.
Okay, right. Technicality loophole. Gotcha.
So, like, if someone were to come in and try to steal from you, and they were to open that box and release the actual demon that is inside there, would it just float around?
Well, it would probably attack whatever's closest to it right then,
Which
and
would be the
then
thieves.
after only a minute or two, it disappears.
It just is there a way to make sure it just disappears? Cause like that.
Oh no, it's the type of demon. They're very slippery. They don't really like staying in the material plane all that much.
And so this box keeps it like sealed in there.
Essentially, yes. Basically, the inside of the box is a bit like where it comes from. I wouldn't want to see the inside of it, but once it opens up, all that comes leaking out, and, well, it doesn't like the fresh air.
Makeshift.
Yes?
May I make a quick religion check to remember how against demons Death Church is? Actually,
Yes, you can.
just the church in general. Like, this might carry over from the Life Church if I don't like them. I don't like them, but okay. Let me rephrase this. Religion check. I want to know how against demons the Death Church is, and recall how against demons the Life Church was.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yep. I'm also going to use guidance on this because I'm doing this myself.
So, Death Church first?
Death Church first, and then Life Church, if at all possible. That
Fine.
is
I'll
a
do it
26.
myself.
Let's just see if I can make it a 30. No.
No.
Total of 28.
Gotcha. So you know that the Death Church doesn't necessarily frown upon the existence of demons. They have
Mhm.
their purpose, they have their place for existing, and they are part of the natural order.
Of course.
And like the Death Church understands the only reason demons are dangerous is usually when they go to other planes of existence. If they just stay where they want to stay, usually they're fine. It's that their realm of existence has a tendency to kind of like shake them around and boot them into other places, and once they're out of their usual environment, that's when they become dangerous.
Hmm.
There is no scripture that commands in the Death Church to like seek out demons and kill them,
Okay.
or seek them out to punish them, or saying that they're fundamentally evil. It mainly is just saying, hey, keep them where they're supposed to be and try and maintain the balance of these
Okay.
things. So the Death Church is it doesn't say be friends with demons.
No.
But like keep them in the demon place.
They're supposed to
The
be
Life
in
Church.
the demon hole, and we're supposed to be in the people hole.
Yes.
Okay.
Now roll for
So
the
what
Life
else?
Church.
Closed.
You want me to roll again?
Actually, I'll let you. Yeah, because you don't have to roll because you
Okay.
previously were part of that church.
Yeah.
The Life Church absolutely says to go on crusades against demons.
Okay.
Them kids.
Okay.
Deus vult.
All right.
Yeah, demons are in a lot of scripture
Mm-hmm.
kind of said to be like the antagonists of existence, and
Yeah.
some of them they're basically thought to be like the opposite of life. So
Okay.
they are frowned upon greatly.
Okay.
Well, It's legal, all right, as far as I can tell.
Legal and moral are two very different things, Mr. Magnelius.
Oh, I never said that. I never disagreed with that. I should say, but
And if this demon causes the death of people who enter your home, say perhaps someone finds it and opens it accidentally, and they're not thieves. Perhaps the box breaks. Perhaps the demon is stronger than whatever enchantment seals it in.
Well, all those things have been accounted for. I assure you of that. I understand your frustrations, but I promise these boxes are built to maintain a safe environment for the demon, as well as make sure no ordinary person can open them.
A demon should not be on this plane at all.
And technically, it isn't, because inside of the box is a piece of their plane of existence.
Technicalities aside, this is dangerous and wrong, and she kind of like looks at Mr. Magnelius like, what the fuck? She really wants to do something about this.
like he sort of like doesn't put a hand on your shoulder, but like has the back on your hand, like the back of his hand, like towards your shoulder a little bit, not touching you, but
Yeah, just okay, calm down, sweetie.
yeah, calm down, sweetie.
Daddy's got this. Sorry, that's the
Yeah,
first thing
sure,
that
your daddy got this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either way, it's no longer on us what happens with the quite literal demon box. If something were to happen, it would be Mr. Fyodor's responsibility and consequence.
And we just sat here and did nothing. We didn't report it, didn't say anything about this.
What would they do? What would the guards do? It's a
Guards
trade.
wouldn't do anything. And she's getting like more and more frustrated. Do what you want, but I will not be taking any pay from this. And she is going to cast one more look at that box and leave the fucking room before I do something I regret. I am
Like,
out of there.
Timothy begins like, well, he's not paying us, but like he begins like starting that up, and it just immediately peters out as she walks out the door. Well,
I don't care what he's doing. I am
At least a
out.
heads up.
that was two people talking at the
Before-
exact same time.
Before you try walking away, he does try to call after you once.
The Timothy, like, that's why he begins petering out. He begins like, leave it. My
I'll
guy.
roll to see
What
if
does he
he
say?
notices you. Be like, got it out.
Yeah, like shaking his head, like, nah, man, nah.
Dude, you don't want to mess with this cleric.
Yeah, he notices you being like, yeah, stop, and he just.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not dealing with that. You know what? Just to be a little extra sassy, I will slam the door on my way out. I am sassy.
Apologies.
Alice is going to say it would have been nice to give a heads up before. And
Well, what is done is done.
that does not. That
I know.
does not change my fact that a little heads up that was what we're going to be dealing with would have been nice. Otherwise, I would have said I was out as well.
He like.
She's giving him a look of no.
Like Timothy is like piecing it together in his head. I took this contract. I pay you to guard me. Like he's no, he drops it. Well, either way. I hope that you can spread the good word of the Opal Estate when the time starts to approach. I expect that the building would be done in about 5 months from now. So, and the party later on. But Either way, I would still like to begin introductions a little bit beforehand, just to what's that? How do you pronounce that word? Ingratiate?
Ingratiate yourself, yeah.
Ingratiate, yeah. To ingratiate myself with the others, if you wouldn't mind. But perhaps not this. He like looks at the door. Perhaps not this week.
Of course, and don't worry, I understand the sister's apprehension, and he like gestures at the box. Personally, I'm not too pleased about my need for this solution, but I can't really blame her for how she feels. But I will keep my promise.
As a good businessman would. It was a pleasure, and he extends his hand for a shake. Put him here, pal!
We just like reached our hands towards the camera.
Yeah,
Precisely.
precisely.
Yeah. Very comical perspective.
Oh, sorry.
I'm thinking about. So, you have a literal demon box that you're using to protect something else. Is it? I'm just trying to grasp it. Is it just riches? I mean, like money?
Well, I'd be glad to show you if you'd like, where I keep all my wealth.
Well, I would be interested if you're off.
Sure.
Certainly. I'll show you now. And he like gestures for you to follow, and he just does a little strut down this like hall.
Where is what is Theodon? Right, that's the other mercenary guy. What is he doing right now?
Theovon, he is just like following along. Actually, before you walk down the hall, he's just like, "Hey, I'd just like to get my payments, Graham." And he's just like, "Oh, of course," and hands him like a sack of money. He's like, "You have a good one, folks."
Cash dollar.
Wait, what sort of a sack did it? Sack of
Huh?
gold or?
He handed him a
His
sack.
nutsack.
It's nuts.
Is okay. Just quick, I'm not interrupting. I don't want to do a full scene right now. Is he walking out the front door?
He is, which I kept in mind. I was like, "You want to talk to him?" Yeah.
I do, just
Well-
after their stuff.
Yeah. So
All right.
he gets paid. He walks out the front door. Group A, that's gonna be Group B. Group A, you're following down this hall, or in Group B is leaving out the front door. But everybody falls down the hall to go see this guy's vault. He
Nope.
leads you down the hall.
Oh.
He comes up to some door, and he like kind of presses his hand into it. Like a glow emits from his hand, and like a slab lifts up from the floor up to the ceiling, and he's like, "Right this way now." And he walks through it.
Yep.
Alyssa's staying right in that entrance area. She's not going with, nor is she leaving. She's just not going with them.
Okay.
I'm following.
Money.
You did.
I was told by someone that money is something we should have.
No, no, don't steal! We just made a friend.
And
Yeah.
the two butlers are carrying the chest with the demon inside of it down the hall with them, and they like bring it in right behind all of you. And you can see in this room there's these kind of like glowing crystals along the wall for light and illumination. And all throughout the room there's various chests laying on the ground, and they all look quite similar to the one that's being carried in here. However, these ones don't shake a bunch. And he says, "As you can see, I had this chest specially commissioned to look quite like the ones I keep in my collection."
Oh, so she will look around the chests, very confused, tail flicking. Those are not demon chests?
Oh, no, these are just regular chests. Ornate, well decorated to my liking. But no demons inside of these ones.
Okay.
Okay. He's like looking around the room, nodding his head. So, 2 questions, Fyodor.
Yes.
How are you planning to deal with the shaking? And for you to tell which one has the surprise and which one doesn't. Since I assume, well, you might need to open up the coffers every now and again.
Simple. I'm going to memorize where the, well, dangerous one is placed. That's going to be my responsibility, as well as one butler per week, who I assign the task to as well. Together, we're going to be keeping track of the placement of the correct one. The rest will be decoys for the most part. There's actually a proper treasury hidden behind a different wall in here, but I'm going to keep that one a secret.
That's a smart man would.
Mhm.
Well done. Fascinating.
So
It's
you're
giving me some
counting
ideas.
on the chance that someone is going to open just the right chest.
Well,
Perhaps not open, but maybe steal. So, I'm going to be keeping plenty of these empty, a few of them with just a bit of gold sprinkled in them, some odds and ends, make it look like it's organized in a particular way. And then just this one and another chest across from it will be the ones shut properly. One of those will have a good amount of gold in it. And perhaps if somebody's thieving from me, they'll think, well, this other chest might have some more gold as well. It's a similar weight.
they could either
And
gamble on
that's when the
the
culprits stealing from me are going to get what for.
gamble on the 50-50 or take both and succeed in getting a surprise box. But what about the shaking? It doesn't shake too much during the night as far as we understand it, but well, he just like motions to the chest, which I assume is just going.
It's actually shaking a lot less now that you're indoors.
He like motions to it, like expecting it to be shaking, and then realizes when it's not shaking.
Indeed. Inside of nice, calm, dark places, these chests tend to calm down. Well, not
Fun like
chest, the demon inside of it.
Can't say I like it, but fair enough, I guess.
Now, the real problem is, it's kind of hard to tell what's causing all the break-ins. After all, I wouldn't have invested this much money in a demon inside of a box if there wasn't a problem of thieving. But
Huh.
there hasn't been much signs of break-ins occurring. Nobody can really quite figure out what's causing the thieves to be able to break in, so I figured, well, I'll go with the trend of booby trapping.
Wait, so there have been a lot of break-ins, or there have not been a lot of break-ins? You're using a
Well,
lot of
there's been
fancy
a lot of
words.
break-ins at the higher-end locations.
Huh.
Chests disappearing without any broken windows, that sort of thing.
That is troubling.
I mean, do you have any sort of like openings to the underground, or do the ones who have been stolen from have any openings to the underground? Because like, there's she's about to say something and then just close her mouth again, looking at Timothy, and then just right, less words. Yes.
Well, I suppose it's possible. There are plenty of tunnels underneath the city of Pleodorus, but it's not well mapped, and, well, they'd still have to break the floor, wouldn't they?
I mean, ghosts wouldn't.
Well, then how would a ghost get the chest out afterwards?
I don't know. I don't know ghost magic. Maybe they can like kill the chest and make it ghost. She thinks for a
Equip
bit.
the chest to their hotbar, and then
I would pay good money to see a ghost kill a chest and then steal it. That's for certain. But And it's just monetary value, or is it also paperwork that's been stolen?
No, mostly just monetary value, which is strange. It's mainly just seems like petty thievery.
He looks at the vault and then looks towards the windows. Um, would you say that you have okay security? Uh, I'm thinking mostly of the windows. You said there weren't any broken ones, but no sign of a window being unlocked from the outside, or...
Oh yes, I have stellar security, and so does all the other estates that are being broken into. That's the puzzling thing.
Huh.
Although, I suppose the one trend is that the thieves do seem to have a good eye for gems. At one place that they robbed, they did leave a few behind. I guess they must have a keen eye for jewelry, since they left behind the cheap ones. Although, don't tell the person who got stolen from that I called those ones cheap. I think they have sentimental value.
Right, yeah. Value can come in many different forms, but that is troubling indeed, considering I'm having a mansion built, repaired. Okay.
Or maybe we can just have a guard dog in the cellar.
Well, that's the thing. You said you have stellar security. I don't see why other estates wouldn't have stellar security as well. Some could be guard dogs, some could be magical in nature altogether.
I meant myself.
Like, like he
Woof,
leans
woof,
down and
woof,
you say,
woof.
"Well, I was thinking of myself." Like, okay. Well, a worrying trend indeed. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Something I'll have to think about for the future to come.
Indeed. If you'd like to take a look around inside of here to see how I've designed things, maybe you can glean some information I can't.
And it's not your secret vault, just in here that's been stolen from.
Indeed. If there was to be any thievery, you'd be able to tell from within here.
Okay. Well. Malin.
Hmm?
If you wouldn't mind trying to spot any details that I might miss. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I believe in you. Take Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
And fuck. Timothy's going to investigate the area. See if you can't spot anything that's like very detail oriented, like, there's an extra stone in here. That's
can,
definitely coming from the outside.
as a group, do a investigation check with your at advantage with the best investigation check value. Like who has the highest value? They're essentially getting the help action.
I have a +5 in investigation.
I've got a +2. You're getting guidance.
Minus
That's pretty
2.
good. Because the DC is 22.
Okay, question. Since we have more ways to just add on things, if she just said that she cast guidance, right? And I cast Bardic Inspiration on her. Could we like combine them? even if I didn't cast Bardic Inspiration on myself?
I guess?
Like I'm really stretching for the best I can do here.
If you're the correct college for doing that, because that would be allowing you to add a modifier to guidance. Yeah, you need to be the right college to do that.
Alright, so just advantage and guidance then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You have a Bardic Inspiration in case of emergencies, I guess.
Yay.
Malin.
Oh.
What the? Did I?
Oh.
Both D20s landed on the same number.
What is the probability of that?
Low.
1
Low.
in 400.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
That's
For
just,
rolls that or worse is a lot higher, but the same number is 1 in 400.
And
Yeah,
then
the room's
and a 50-50 on the two. Like,
the room's like solid stone. You can't figure out why anybody would be able to break into this without any sign.
Just
you know,
would I be able to do a perception check, just like looking around?
that's the
That
advantage I got.
was the investigation. You
Fuck.
got the help.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So like Timothy spends like 5 minutes using Malin to like spot all the details. But after 5 minutes, he just, well, unfortunately, these two pair of eyes isn't finding anything. I'm perplexed.
Actually, is there any moss inside here, or is it like a well-kept cellar?
It's spotless. It is very nice. It's like solid
Never mind then.
marble. Yeah. Were you going to try and talk to Moss?
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Wow.
So anyway, is that all you're doing in here?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Then,
Well, we've taken up enough of your time. Again, thank you for bringing this to my attention. It's something I'll need to address. And hopefully your plan works to stop this, because, it's concerning.
indeed,
I'm sure we'll be able to find something.
I appreciate your time, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Same to you. And away we go to Group B.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Briar,
Hello.
Group B.
Indeed.
You walk outside, huffing and a puffing.
Mm-hmm. My
and getting
religious
real
fervor.
angry. And after maybe 20, 30 more seconds, maybe a minute, out walks Theovon with a sack of coins in tow.
Mm.
You doing all right there?
No, I don't quite like a demon just being housed inside the city. I don't belong on this plane.
He glances up and down at you. Well, you used to be in Life Church or something.
Yes, actually.
Hmm.
She is staring at him with narrowed eyes.
If it makes you feel any better, that thing in that box isn't, it's like the equivalent of a plant. You know?
A plant.
Yeah. Like you can eat vegetables without feeling bad about killing them, because they don't think.
I think you have fundamentally misunderstood what upsets me so much.
Huh? Maybe I have. So what's upsetting you?
It is a demon. It is dangerous. It does not belong on this plane. Even if their existence is necessary, which is highly debatable, they do not belong here. And it being kept on this plane, in a box containing its own plane or not, it's an affront.
Hmm.
I do not care about its freedom nor its thoughts. I care that it is a danger.
He glances back towards the building. He glances across the street at his one merc that's still traveling with him, who's just kind of bumming around, waiting. He goes, listen, it's my advice, take it or leave it. I'm not your dad. I'm not your, sibling or whatever. And I'm not your father. Yeah. father, like head of the church. You know. Yeah.
Yes.
But I know a bit of self-hatred when I see it. I don't want to be offensive, but I can kind of see the details on you. And are you sure you're not talking about yourself when you talk about that box?
She kind of stares at him for a while. It's been nice working with you. May your travels be safe.
He gives you a silent nod, and after pausing, it's been a pleasure. And he walks across the street to the other merc. He says something to him, and then they both have the donkey and the cart start moving and continue walking down the street.
Kibby, you okay over there?
That was not okay. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No one talks to my girl like that. Fuck you. Sorry, go on.
Oof. I'm trying to decide whether or not it is worth it to send Dorian after this guy and have him try to figure stuff out. You know what? I live here, and if he decides to leave the city, then I'll have Dorian come back. I lean. Actually, I don't lean. I watch him go. I watch him as he walks down the street, and then I look over at Dorian, and I'm like, "Can you follow him? If he decides to leave the city, come back to me." Oh, it's alright. I'm following yet another man. Alright. Dorian does like a big stretch, and then he will sneakily try to follow Theobon.
Gotcha.
I want to see if he ever lets
Give
go of
me-
that illusion magic.
Give me a sneak check, a stealth
Sneak
check.
check.
Sneak
Uh,
check.
Yeah.
Failure. Dorian. Yeah, it's proficiency in stealth. Yay! Don't fuck this up, Dorian. Nice.
Hell yeah.
It does have advantage.
succeeds.
He does have advantage on stealth checks. So can I roll it one more time just to see if it gets above?
Yeah, sure.
Can always go for the nat 20. I went for the nat 20 and I fucking got it. Let's go.
You love to see it,
Nice.
folks.
I love to see it. 23. Natural.
He is completely undetected. He's basically like right beneath their cart. He could hear
my
every
boy.
detail of whatever he's saying.
Oh,
Look at the
he can hear
natural.
every
He's
detail.
right
Let's fucking
beneath
go.
their cup.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So as the cart's just kind of like trudging along, the wheels are making a pretty solid amount of noise because it's just like wheels on stone pavement. And even in Pleodorus, it gets a little uneven, so it starts bumping around a bit. And like a minute or two passes, another minute passes, and like he can start to hear the mercs start to chat about something,
Mm-hmm.
and a voice that Dorian doesn't recognize because it's the first time he's hearing it
Mm-hmm.
says something like, "Hey, what was that all about?" I felt bad, I guess. What do you mean? You getting emotional or something now? We already, sent him off to do some dirty work too. Yeah, but it's different. We've been this way for a while. Got chased around by geese, huh? Guess she used to be an angel or something. The way the feathers looked. A geese? A geese? A goose? Yeah, a goose. My bad. They chase. Yeah, when they see things with feathers, I don't really know too well. Kind of reminds me of, fucking never mind. No point in getting sappy. Yeah. No point. And they just go silent after that.
Do they leave the city?
No, they just kind of like keep taking like some path. And eventually they seem to be ending their day at like some mercenary guild.
Okay. I won't have Dorian go into the Merc Guild. That seems dangerous. I will say that when I sent Dorian after them, I used the familiar connection, so I was blind and deaf. Nezrin was blind and deaf, so she could listen and watch through Dorian's eyes. Oh boy! Once they get to the Mercenary Guild, Nezrin will give the order to come back, and she will cut the, what is it called? Hold on. I don't know what the actual feature is called.
Probably has the word Eldritch in it.
No, it's not Eldritch. It's just a thing with familiars. Spellbook. Find familiar.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna think about this until I find it.
POV fursuit spell.
No. That's just wild shape, man.
It's just a part of the spell. I can
Yeah.
see and hear through my familiar's eyes. Whew. Yeah, she'll give Dorian the order to come back, pull out of it. I'm assuming it's been longer than however long they've been down there.
Yeah, because the car was moving for a few minutes. As your senses snap back to you, you see that Waylon's just like chilling with his hands in his pockets, looking at you, waiting for you to like snap back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's gravity.
yeah, she she was just like staring straight ahead, really into one of the cobblestones, I guess, if you don't know what's going on. When she finally comes back, she'll blink a few times, look over. Oh, Wayland, hello.
Timothy's leaning on his cane a little bit further down the way, like.
Oh, has it been that long?
Well, maybe like, what, 2 minutes?
I see.
Halen is basically crouched behind Nezrin, trying to look at like a bug on the ground or something.
Are you going to make yourself known?
I'm gonna say like, as Timothy says, like it's been like 2 minutes or something. It's like 2 minutes. I mean, who really cares about time?
Ah, Maven.
Oh, hi.
Now you know how I feel.
How you feel about what? About me just appearing places?
About things appearing. And he says that, and he looks around for the fucking dog.
He's not here. He's somewhere else.
All right. Well,
I wish to go home. I will be headed. Actually, no. I'm going to the church. If you need me, you may find me there.
Do you want someone to go with you?
It is not necessary, but I cannot stop you from doing what you wish.
we need to return the horse and cart to you either way, so.
So I guess we're all going.
I guess you will.
Sounds good.
And Nezrin will turn and start walking towards the church, not getting in the cart. She's just, nope, bye-bye.
There
You
she
do that?
goes.
She's not okay. She's not fucking okay right now.
Can I clock that?
If you
Can you
wish
what
to.
that?
Passive insight of 15.
Oh, passive insight
18,
of 15.
sorry.
Of what?
18, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no. There's no way you wouldn't notice. She is not okay.
He makes a mental note.
Makeshift.
Yes.
Is Father Nicholas there when we get to the church? Yeah.
He's there.
I'm going to ask for confession. We do not have to roleplay it. I just want it to be known that after the cart has been like put away and all that, she will like gently put a hand on his shoulder and pull him aside and just be like, I believe I am in need of confession. And then she will turn around and walk inside the church.
And he follows swiftly after. He catches the vibe.
Okay, cool. We're gonna be in that confession booth for a fucking while. And don't make that fucking face. I see you. No.
No.
We're using it for the right purpose this time. Stop it.
This time.
Stop it. Stop it, Ron.
Stop it.
Oh.
Tim, may I have a word, please?
Sure. Hell, I assume you're doing this when we've gotten back to the church and...
Yeah, we've gotten back to the church and Nesrin has already got inside. She's like, with all due respect, it's some privacy.
Yeah, Timothy will walk away from the rest of them.
Yeah. Tim, I'm going to remind you of a part of the agreement of me protecting you. I know you didn't know it either, but we did bring a sentient being someplace else. I'm not okay with that. Next time, I would like us to get more details on these type of things. On bringing something. Because I would like to have not been a part of that.
Like he's leaning with both hands on the staff, the stick. What's the word? Cane. There we go. As he nods his head and is thinking for a few seconds. Well, you know, I share the same stance on slavery as you do. Though I'm not entirely sure on how that falls in line with demons.
I don't think any creature should be confined like that. Demon or otherwise, it still doesn't deserve that tiny of a space.
Can I?
And I'm not going to argue with the law of their, you know,
Oh.
so he doesn't open it.
No.
But morally, not okay
Nes-
with that.
Nesrin made it pretty good. Ethics and morality are not tied to the law. What is legal is not always right. As
Correct.
far as so, makeshift.
Yes.
What would Timothy know about the nature of demons? Because he used that specific word, so.
Give me a nature check or history check to find out information about them.
I'll take that history, baby. I hate you, dice.
You just know that they started existing real early on in the creation of the world.
And, like, just beasts of a different nature.
You have to do a nature check for that.
Can I do a nature check?
Yes.
Thank
May
you.
I also do a nature check?
Yes.
What the fuck? 10.
Oh.
Well, that's good.
All you are both really certain of, you know how like when people say like, oh, fish can't feel pain, it's like, they probably can.
Yeah.
But like their brains are weirdly different. You do both know that demons are very different biologically speaking, or just like the nature of their existence is like wildly alien. to anything you two are used to. So it's conceivable that like there could be a demon that like could live in any sort of space as long as they don't see any right angles or something. Like they might have just
Right.
strange brains, but you're not really particularly certain.
Like my 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 reasoning is how equivocal is it to like an animal in its sentience?
The one that was in the box, or just demons in general?
Demons in general, or the one that was in the box?
You know that demons would have a wide spectrum. You both understand that like demons would have a wide spectrum because grand demons exist, and it's very clear that they are sentient.
Mm.
But there are some very lesser demons which are hardly even like a wisp of wind, like no sentience at all. And there's a few in between that demon might be a sentient one, but you really wouldn't be able to tell without investigating it.
Yeah. I
You
understand.
do know that one calms down in the dark, though.
Yeah. I do understand that, well, that it doesn't feel too great, honestly. I am very unclear on how I feel about it myself, but based on the way he was describing it, it doesn't exactly sound like that demon in the box is a particularly poetic one. It sounds more to me like a wild animal, and I'm not going to speak for you, but I can most certainly do better with my due diligence. I agree.
Thank you. This is not related to the demon thing. Also, do you mind stop calling Dorian a dog? He's not a dog, he's a hyena. He's a familiar thing, but he's still hyena. It bugs me every time you call him a dog.
I just don't like that thing.
Don't like it or not, please, call him what he is, which is a hyena. If you don't want to call him that, you could just call him Nezrin's familiar.
Yeah. Creepy familiar of hers.
I don't know spells, so I wouldn't be able to give or not. This is the actual reason, but if I had to guess, it's probably a reflection, partly a reflection of her. But I could be wrong on that. Please take what I just said with a grain of salt.
Some magic is very personal, some is very apersonal. There's only so many ways fire can look, and there's only so many forms a bird can take. And while, yes, Nesrin's familiar might be baseline hyena, there's something else added to it that unsettles me so.
I don't disagree on the slightly unsettling nature, but at the same time, he's just adorable. Once you get past that.
That's where we differ in opinion strongly.
That is fine. I just unless you want to not wake up one day after you hear a hyena laughing, then maybe show the hyena a bit of respect by calling him a hyena.
If a hyena gets me, then what have I been paying you for?
Tim. If we are both sleeping, because I gotta get my rest, otherwise I can't deal with your other things that you have brought up.
His horse.
I can't do with the amount of kids that you have because you didn't wrap it up.
We've been over this
I
too
can't
many
help
times for me to explain this to you again. We've been traveling for a year, Miss Littlewood, Alice. You know the story.
I get it. I'm just saying, I do gotta get my sleep. And if I'm sleeping, you're sleeping, and that hyena decides to get you your sleep, I ain't responsible.
You are. You literally are. That's why I'm paying you.
Tim.
You are responsible for my safety. I know that you're trying to make a point that I should be nicer to the half-talking hyena. But I'm paying you for a reason.
Yes. Anyway, I got my point across. You have a good rest of your day.
Right. You don't think trying to talk to Nesra now is a good idea, right?
Depends on what you're gonna talk to her about.
Well, when we were leaving Mr. Theodore's estate, she was mighty upset by something. And I mean, shaken to the core, upset. And I don't
mean,
think it was the demon thing.
yeah, she seemed slightly upset by that, but you're just saying she was really upset.
You know, she has this look on her face whenever she perceives through her familiar. That's the same one she was having when we exited. So whatever has made her upset is what she saw.
I mean, maybe try asking her calmly and in a friendly manner, and not too friendly of a manner. She's giving the look of you know what she means.
He has this expression of, who do you think I am?
She'll give a shrug of like, okay, yeah, but still gotta give you that warning that I don't think going that direction of that friendly would do you good. She'll continue and say, she seems to be more open with you. Oh, definitely a good friendship you guys got going there. You could do that to try and comfort her instead of ask questions about it, you know, you distract her. A friendly conversation. You're asking the wrong person.
Well,
Really?
He can I ask what Malin and Flowers has been doing after our arrival? After
what
we
have you
stepped
two been
away.
doing?
Malin is
Surprise!
apparently eating a lot.
Yeah.
Listen, I just put some goldfish in my mouth.
Some goldfish?
Where the fuck did you get goldfish?
I
From
don't think it's
the lake, of
actually
course.
goldfish, but it's like,
Oh.
yeah.
Fishlies?
When I'm up there, can
they're
you take me to
okay.
buy some?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
But yeah, having seen Nezrin that upset, Malin is in I gotta comfort that mode. So she
Waiting at the back door, just like,
hold on.
We're gonna
she
do a full just setup. Just a fuck ton of sweets and
Yeah.
baked goods. Just like waiting for you.
Although,
oh
before we get to doing that stuff, is there anything you want to finish up, Angels?
Yeah, like watching them having either scampered off or prepared or whatever else they did. He turns back to Alice. To be honest, We've known each other for a year at this point. We've traveled. We've seen things. Even if I might just be paying you, we have a form of bond.
True.
Any motions towards the church and where they left Malin and Flowers. We've known them for how long now?
Makeshift, how
How
long
long?
has this been going on?
We've
Makeshift?
been having a pretty personal conversation for a hot minute here.
No.
Like,
How long has the campaign been
Not-
going on?
Yes, you.
Oh,
In
Like,
game.
it's the campaign going on.
in-game time.
Since mid-fall, so it's been 3 months.
3 months.
Alright,
Okay.
3 months.
About 3 months. If I got my human time correct, for this world's
Yeah.
playing time.
Yeah, you did. You're getting better at this.
Me.
Yeah, we've known them about 3 months. And friendly they are, there are just some things that can only be discussed with you. Even if it's not in your area of expertise, it's always good to have a second voice. One that's not part of the echo chamber.
Fair, yes. Okay, my opinion. Go talk with her after she's probably calming down or talking with the father. He's
make
her
sense.
go-to, the talking. Show up there and wait, not necessarily spy, but catch her someplace and have a nice conversation. Not a bad idea.
Alright.
I wouldn't poke and prod at it if she says she doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm aware. Well then. Timothy quickly reaches into the pouch and fishes out maths. It's 5 silver for skilled labor, 5 copper for unskilled labor. He reaches in and pulls out 6 gold and clinks it over to you. Payment for the next few days and the days that's been.
Thank you. I do have to possibly go get the hooves checked, or the horseshoes checked. Cold weather.
Yeah, cold weather and iron and steel isn't too kind.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be spending the remainder of the day most likely in the church, so if you need to go and see that look too, feel free.
I'll be doing that tomorrow. I don't feel like leaving the church right now. Seems like a bad idea.
Fair enough.
Just a vibe.
Well then, then he's gonna start heading inside to the church.
Gotcha.
Alice will indeed follow in. She'll knock whatever snow is on her hooves beforehand. And
Meanwhile,
probably just go to her room.
what's Malin Flowers up to?
So, I've been thinking about this. I'm thinking she sees Nezrin going away with Father Nicholas, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Sees her going away with Father Nicholas into the confession booth and is like, church stuff. Okay. Gonna catch you later. And she sort of instructs Flowers to make some baked goods of his choosing so that they can have nice little warm pastry stuff afterwards. And is then going to first wait in the church, but if it takes longer, she's going to go to one of the places where they have the candles and stuff, and she's going to light 2 candles. Yes. Yeah. And then just sort of do a little equivalent to a prayer on our own.
Okay. And meanwhile, Flowers, I assume you're doing something
Yes,
similar?
I'm making baked goods on
Hell yeah.
Malin's order.
Yes,
And
chef.
he will, yeah, chef. He will make some cream puffs, but also something that he has known from before, which I will look up the name because I absolutely fucking forgot. I'll get back to you.
Gotcha. Meanwhile, Nezrin.
Up.
You do anything after that time in the confession booth?
Yeah. Yeah. After time in the confession booth, and no longer on the edge of a panic attack. I will exit. Thank Father Nicholas for his time. And then I'm going to go to the first pew in the cathedral, and I am going to fucking pray. I'm gonna grab my prayer beads, and I'm gonna. I was about to say pray the gay away, but that's not at all what I'm doing. I'm praying the day away.
Do not. I need that gay, please. Thank you.
Well,
Mint condition.
you have two people looking for you.
Oh god.
Who's
God.
going to find her first?
I mean, how are you waiting for her?
Well, that's a great question.
It wouldn't take longer than like 10 minutes for her to be like, hey, yo, father, I really gotta talk to you. Okay, what are you gonna talk to you? I fucking hate myself. Don't hate yourself, Fivehead. Okay, thanks.
I guess he would just listen, try to find her where she is based on her voice, if she was still talking. I guess he would meander around a little bit.
I mean, if he's
Thanks,
still in
ChatGPT. Grainy honey cakes.
grainy honey cakes, ooh, nice.
I'll say you and whoever is also looking for Desrin, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. The closest person gets it.
Oh,
Seven.
okay. Do you want to go first?
It's a 7.
No, I don't think it's gonna be a 7. I'm gonna say 2.
It was a 7.
No!
Ooh.
Damn!
It's always 7.
Right
On the
on
dot.
the money. God damn.
Always
We
7.
got to find
Always
her.
go for 7.
Yep.
Well, now I know.
Now you know.
Old Chappy GT,
And Novix
the
have the
old
power.
Chat GPT method.
Well,
Anyway,
like
You have the power of AI. Hey, what number between 1 and 10?
goddamn, fuck.
Mhm.
Cause I was thinking you would go first, but I also fucking love the game, so I played. Also, you just lost.
Fuck you.
I lost the game.
Fuck you, I lost the game. Well, I mean, you can always let him go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, Tim Caesar first. I'm gonna be doing my own little prayer.
Are you covering your fur in flour and rolling around?
Hey, look at this! Look at this flower angel runs towards the wall.
Oh, donk.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right. Well, if Timothy finds her first, then she would probably hear the soft thud of the. Is there like a mat along the a rug along the pathway?
Well, we can look, technically.
Oh yeah, we can.
I can do this.
Oh hell yeah!
Boom.
Wapow.
Watch him not be able to see this because it's so fucking big.
Yeah. Never say never. I can't see it.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
God damn it. Is there a rug?
No, it's all tile.
All tile. I I don't have a token on this map.
Oh, that might be why you can't see it. Hold
No,
on.
like it's gray either way, but like
I could just drop you like right here. Here you go. Now
Right,
you're
right.
coming up the wall.
all tile. Okay, so she hears the footsteps first. You know, the footsteps and the click of the cane as he walks down. Did you like? Where are you sitting on the pew exactly?
I'm like sitting just normally, got the prayer beads clasped in my hands
Yeah, but like
against my forehead.
how far into the pew?
Oh, I'm like right on the aisle.
Oh, okay. Then he won't sit down. Then he'll sort of stand in the middle, and stand there for a moment.
Is there something I can help you with, Mr. Magnelius?
Well, I was concerned with how you were feeling.
She'll lower the prayer beads and kind of look over at him. How I was feeling.
Yes, he's doing the same, like both hands on the cane in front of him, leaning on it as he looks down at her. How you were feeling. I know you saw something after Theodore, which made you upset. So, I was hoping to figure out what that was and if I could help with anything. Even if it is just a ear.
She pauses for a bit, looks away from you, and she looks up at one of the stained glass windows.
He'll look there too.
She will then scoot over on the pew and leave enough room for you to sit next to her.
Yeah. He slowly sits down.
Do you know how asamas are made, Mr. Magnelius?
Can't say I do.
Makeshift, correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, just correct me. Remind me how they're made so I don't fuck this up.
Good question. So, Azamars are when this is gonna be in the lore video. I swear I'll release it at some point. I have to record it.
I was gonna tell you at the end of the session, like, hey, my guy.
So, all the planes of existence are theorized to have at least one sentient humanoid species, if not a handful, that were kind of handcrafted by the goddess of life herself to sort of fit into that place best. The seraphims and like the angels, they were put into the celestial realm. And on occasion, when they come to the material plane, if they have a child with a mortal human or some other race, that child is an Azamar. So Azamars just have split parenthood between the OG angels and somebody from the material plane or some other plane.
But Timothy will say, can't really say I do, as far as I know. Do you sort of?
It's a bit more complicated than that. I don't know the entire specifics. But for me, I didn't know. Not until I was 6. Flaming seraphim appeared in my bedroom. Glowing eyes, 6 wings. Frightening.
Let me guess. It said, do not be afraid.
Exactly. It said, do not be afraid. I was afraid.
Oh,
I was
who would it
6.
be?
A 6-year-old doesn't expect a flaming creature to show up in their bedroom.
I'm gonna be completely honest. If a flaming angel appeared right now, I would be scared too.
Eventually, I wasn't so afraid. His name was Ceres. And he kind of became a father figure to me. My own parents were just thrilled to have an Asimar in the family and happily let me stay at the Life Church and learn all of their stuff. They were good parents, but they weren't around, you know? They had their own things to attend to and couldn't be at the church all the time.
I see.
It was me and Saris and Sia. And when everything happened, I was so angry at me. I still have nightmares about everything. Theovan. When he left, he and I had a conversation. I explained to him why I'm not happy about a demon being kept on this plane. I was explaining to him that whether or not it is contained doesn't matter. They're dangerous and they shouldn't be here. And he leaned in and he said that he heard a little bit of self-hatred. I told him to have a good day. And I sent Dorian after him. I overheard a conversation. And for some reason, there was a voice. And he mentioned that he overheard the geese story that I told to all of you. He said maybe she was an angel at some point. And then, right before he dropped the conversation, it almost sounded like he knew about everything. And for some reason, I panicked. It's highly illogical, but for some reason, I thought maybe he was hiding and coming to kill me and end it all for good this time. But he's a Seraphim. He has much better things to do than hunt down a failure. Still, I couldn't shake it.
Well, damn. That certainly is a heavy thing to learn on any day.
It's a heavy thing to live with.
It is. And yet, we still live.
We
Day
do.
to day, hour to hour,
Minute to minute.
second to second.
Yeah, she wouldn't know any of the smaller measurements of time.
I think we've known each other for long enough that you know pretty instinctively that if something came at you, we'd have your back. But knowing, feeling, and being assured are all different things. I know that the likelihood of one of the angry bastards finding me is so small. Even less so that they actually know what I look like. But yet, I have Alice by my side as we walk the streets, walk the paths. The sins of our past will come to us one day. I think we just have to surround ourselves with people who understands us and are willing to stand by our side when that comes. I want you to know that I am such a person.
I
And
keep
flower.
underestimating you, Mr. Magnelius.
He's been looking at you as he's talking, but then he looks towards the stained windows and say, "It's better to be underestimated than overestimated.
Fair
If
point.
you're underestimated, then you can always surprise them."
It's a fair point.
Portray yourself as strong when you're actually weak. Portray yourself as weak when you're actually strong. And you will always keep them guessing.
Mr. Magnelius,
Sister Khan.
this pursuit, the one I've dragged all of you into,
Hmm.
I think I should give it up. Let things be.
No. Not at all. I think you're trying to do good. And if you're anything that I think you are, I think that's always what you've tried to do. Do good. And if you tried, well, if you stopped doing good, then I think that would go against your character. You know, there's the saying, there's a little bit of good deep down in all of us. I think there's a lot of good of you. I think there's a lot of good in you, deep down.
Deep
So
down,
no.
eh?
Well, perhaps not with you. You wear it more on your sleeve than I do.
Well, if it's any consolation, I think there's a lot of good in you, Mr. Magnelius.
Hmm.
Despite the consistent bed partner.
You gotta have a little bit of dark with the light.
Always. Can't have dark without light, can't have light without dark. Life without death.
He nods.
Thank you for speaking with me. Feels a little better having admitted it.
Hmm.
I used to not be able to tell anyone about Saris, and It's nice to know somebody else knows he exists.
Well, I'm gonna be completely honest here, Nesrin. If a seraphim appeared out of thin air, I don't know what I could do. I could do my best, but I don't know what the best is going to give you.
To be fair, with him, most of us couldn't do anything.
Hmm.
If he wanted to kill us, we'd be dead.
Mhm. And that's why I prefer the game of politics rather than warfare. Because in warfare, if you got the head of the snake, then the snake will stop. In politics, it's a little more wishy-washy. You can always turn a jab at you to something else entirely. And I'm gonna be honest, it's going to be a little bit more leveled of a playing field if we were to take on a seraphim in a war of politics. Because, well, I know people. And that's what all of politics is. People.
I despise both, so I'll let you take the lead on that one. Soldier can take the lead in warfare. I will defend you all to my best.
He'll reach a hand out and just place it on her shoulder as he nods.
She'll kind of relax under the touch a bit. Thank you again.
Thank you. Rest well. And
You as
excuse
well,
Kane.
Mr. Magnin.
Stand
At
up.
that point, Malin will peek her head back. Like, once she heard the two talking, she would have been like, okay, this is a private conversation. I'm really, really, really curious, but I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Gonna leave. So she would have left, gone out, back to flowers, and then waited until he's ready, and then come back in front of the door, waited until she heard the voices being not soft and emotional anymore, and peeked her head in. Anyone want some baked goods?
He'll like turn around like, yes, actually, that sounds quite good right now.
Alright.
I could go for
Flowers
some
made
baked
one of
goods.
his own recipes this time.
Oh,
It's
really?
really good, yes.
Yeah.
Did we just hear that a little bit further down the hallway?
Yeah.
Come on, before it gets cold.
How good of a smell does that pastry give off, though? Question that I have to ask that.
If I remember honey cakes correctly, they are quite potent.
Correct.
That
So
is-
there's just a soft, the sound of hooves going towards the kitchen of snacks. I smell something good.
Shall we then?
Let's. The angels can do words.
Words.
We shall.
Going to the kitchen to snack on the pastries. I want to do one quick thing.
Yes.
It is flowers right now, correct?
Correct.
I would like to walk up to Flowers and gently put a hand on his forearm. Flowers,
Yeah.
would you do me a favor, darling?
I'll try. Yeah.
Could you give me a hug like the ones you give Maylin? Bitch needs deep pressure therapy.
Oh,
She looks at you. Looks at Malin. Looks back at you.
big thumbs up, gigantic grin. Go for it.
He'll pick you up and just.
Oh God. Oh my. Yes. Oh, she enjoys the hug. The pressure feels good, and then she will gently tap your shoulder when she's ready to be put down. Thank you. I needed that.
You're welcome.
I fucking love flowers so much.
He's just a little guy.
Thing,
So
hug.
long,
Just a little guy. Then I will take a honey cake and a cream puff, and I will sit my booty down and snack on those pastries. She eats politely, thank you.
Of course. A nom.
Anom, anom. Yes, I use a little knife and a little fork. Oh.
Little knife, little fork.
So probably has like a little bit of like something on her face. I don't want to say flash thing, but maybe like honey or something. Just like try to wipe that off to be respectful.
Aw. Yeah, of course, Dorian also gets some.
Oh hell yeah. He's vibing by flowers, looking for snacks.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely getting them.
Oh hell
And-
yeah.
Sits like a baby into the mouth.
Dog snacks, dog snacks, dog snacks.
Plays fetch, essentially, with the dog snacks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Is this actually on the playlist, or is it just? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I got no more things to do.
Makeshift?
Word. Anybody else want to do any more roleplay moments?
I want to fight God. No, I'm kidding.
You
Right,
got
roll
it.
initiative. You die.
You said his name. He shows up. He kills you. He leaves.
Roll down pretty save. See if you can survive. Like move out of the way fast enough. Not even a nat 20 is gonna save you.
No.
Actually, now that you mention it, I could make one appear in a dream. Or I could save that for next session.
Let's save that for next session. Maybe open on it.
Gotcha.
Open up. Last session, we had emotional talks. This session, fight God.
This session. Fight God.
I know.
We really just became the D&D meme of session 1, rescue kitty. Session 2, fight God.
Oh my.
But anyway, that'll do it for this session then.
All right. Woo.
Oh hell yeah.
Very fun
Nice.
session.
Oh,
We enslaved a demon. Woo. All right.
Slavery.
Slavery.
No.
No.
In Minecraft.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Villager
Okay,
trading.
Minecraft, yeah, the villagers, yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming out too. Holy fuck.
Session 12.
Session 12
Breath
of the City of
and
Breath and Bone. We will be. Check our Twitter for if we'll be back on next Saturday. We'll see. We still haven't decided. Shill your shit, people.
Yasha the Panda. Yasha the Panda, Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky. I stream Saturdays, 5 p.m. Germany time. Usually Warframe right now.
Woo.
That's Kitty or Kibby42 on Twitter and Blue Sky. I do art, I do commissions, I do shit for this people. This people, yes.
This people.
Just check out all the other Untold Realms shit, please. This is very good, and funky. Purple?
Purple Rose VA or audio on YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky, and to Twitter. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm trying to get back to audios, but I can't promise anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And makeshift.
You're watching my content.
What
Don't you have
about
a
that lore
You're
video?
gonna be working
Huh?
on?
Yeah, don't you have a
I
lore
mean-
video to make, motherfucker?
It's recorded. I just have to now make it into an actual video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna teach him how to use Unsplash. All right.
Yay.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. We will be back on Tuesday for sure. We'll see you about Saturday. Please do enjoy the other campaigns, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Eat low!
See ya.
Oh my god.